देश के नाम पे सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो क्या किया दोस्तों, सब्सक्राइब करके जाना और वीडियो देखना आखिर तक। जय श्री राम।
बीजेपी तो फिर आनंद रंगनाथन, वो जो आजकल एक मुहावरा बन गया है, आएगा तो मोदी ही, जिससे पूछो वो कहता है, या तो कहता है अब की बार 400 पार, 400 पार नहीं कहता तो कहता है नंबर छोड़ो यार, आएगा तो मोदी ही। Do you believe then the corollary or the conclusion from what Yashwant Deshmukh has said is आएगा तो मोदी ही?
Yes, good evening, Navika, and good evening to my fellow panelists, and especially to Yashwant ji. I do agree with what he says and what the public sentiment is. The slight disagreement out here is that the data shows quite the opposite trend, that people have been provided facilities, the inflation is down, the unemployment is down, and I'm going to just tell you a couple of things. So they're not saying aayega to Modi just because of emotional reasons. That is the difference that I have with what Yashwant ji has said. I want to make two brief points. Navika, you know very well there is a urban Naxal propaganda left-wing website that hates you, that called your studio as toxic studio, that calls you Godi media, that says you are this, you are that. All what you've talked about is facts about the phase 1 and to phase 5 and phase 6 numbers. This is a tweet by one of those people who loves that propaganda website. And since yesterday, that propaganda website has been saying that in this election, there are 20 crore less voters than there were in 2019, which is a blatant lie. This lie has been propagated. I want to ask through Gaurav ji, they have a PI, government has a fact check concern. What is it doing when it is misinforming Indian voters that for the last 48 hours, the misinformation is being spread that 20 crore less voters have voted in this election than 2019. So these things carry on. There is nobody to check this fake news.
No, I think the Election Commission has checked and it's put out the absolute numbers. That was becoming such a big secret operation. But Gaurav Bhatia, 20 crore people less. I think that controversy has been put to rest, Anand Ranganathan, after the absolute numbers have been put out.
No, it hasn't been, because the site still has that propaganda thing, and it is saying that the people who voted now 11 crore in phase 1 is less than 9 crore in phase 1 in 2019.
Gaurav Bhatia, please respond.
Navika, I didn't get 30 seconds. I wanted to make an important point.
Okay, make your point and then I'll get in.
Thank you. Thank you. The second important point was that, Navika, you have about 8 panelists. Please have one more panelist who will be live fact checking the people that some of the panelists out here are saying. Inflation is up, unemployment is up. Arey bhai, numbers are exactly the opposite. The inflation in 2013 was 11-12%. Now it is 4.85%. Unemployment has been lowest 3.1% whole of last year. The stock market is 75,000. The Gini coefficient that measures inequality is lower. There is less of inequality now than it was 5 years, 10 years ago. What are we talking about? So please, my request is, when you have some panelists who are lapdogs of Congress, have a live fact checker.
Well, live fact checker, they'll be shot, just like we are called toxic and we are called Godi media and all of these.